Hi, welcome back to Guided by Faith Designs presents woodworking and painting in faith. Today on this beautiful Texas day, we are outside of my studio. It's really not a beautiful day. I have like a 2-hour span before it starts raining again. Today we are outside and we are going to be showing you how to build your own barnwood signs, just like this one. This one was picked up at Hobby Lobby. It costs about $13, but I'm going to show you how you can make them a lot cheaper and in your own custom sizes. I'm also excited to say that today's video is sponsored by Texas Canvas Wares. Texas Canvas Wares makes these heavy-duty waxed canvas aprons that come in multiple colors and sizes, fits all kinds of different body types. So we are going to go into more detail on this. I'm going to show you how to make these. We're going to get this hair up, we're going to get some safety glasses on, and I'm going to show you how to get this done. Hi everybody, welcome back. We are getting all set up. We got a lot of our materials out on the table. I am getting ready. I've got my waxed canvas apron on. It's heavy duty. It's really thick. It's also waterproof. This is actually a size medium to XL. I am 5'2.5". But one of the reasons it is so versatile is because of this cross backstrap pattern. And it's so adjustable. So like I said, 5'2.5". So I've adjusted it for my size. And I'm just going to clip this into place and then pull on these. These were actually a lot longer. I have cut them down so they fit me. So let me get this one out and show you what I mean. So this is actually the brown. This is the gray. So when you first get these, they're going to come in this awesome little box. On the back, it has some more information about the apron that I'm going to show you in a second. But when you're putting it on, these tails are actually really, really long. So they will fit a massive variety of sizes. Again, they have these awesome little padded shoulder pads here. So whenever you have a whole bunch of weight, you have a whole bunch in your pocket, it's not pulling down on you. Also, like regular tool belts kind of sit on your hip bones. You're not going to have that problem with these because the weight is evenly distributed. Alright, so we are going to go into a little more detail on these in a bit. But let's go ahead and get to building. I'm going to get all of the stuff that I need. So I have my pen. I'm actually filming on my cell phone right now, so I actually use one of my phone cases. These have a great little spot to put your phone. So whenever you're moving around, you're bending over, that kind of stuff, your phone stays secure. It's on you. You're not going to lose it in the shop. It's not going to get covered in sawdust. It's one of my favorite features. All right, so I've got my hammer in case I need it. I'm not going to need a screwdriver right now. I've got my nails and all that kind of stuff over here. So we are going to get started. This is a board that I've actually already cut down a little bit to make it easier to maneuver. It was a 1x, forgot my tape measure here. It was a 1x7. I've cut it down to, I took an inch off. So now it's a 1x6 1/4. This is actually going to be used to make our frame. One of the reasons I like using bigger wood like this is because you can change the depth. When you get just fir wood or something like that, it can be warped. It's really hard to work with. This premium wood is really good because it's just going to give you a better finish. You don't have to do as much sanding, and you're not going to have as much breakaway. So we're going to head over to the table saw. We're going to take these into 1-inch strips because that's how thick our frame is going to be. So let's head over that way. So we are over here at the table saw. I have this set up to our 1 inch on our markers here. I have my guide assist to keep my hands free of the blade, and we are going to get this cut down. Alright, we have got all of our pieces. Let's head back over to the table. Okay, so we have our 4 pieces all cut down. Depending on what length and height that you want it, we'll cut these down a little bit more. One of the great things about this apron is these pockets actually have a flap that come over. So even though my apron and I am covered in sawdust, the inside of my pocket is not. So one of the great things, just like with tool belts, you're going to reach in, you're going to pull out a whole bunch of sawdust. That doesn't happen with these aprons because of the flap that covers the pockets. Okay, so depending on how big we want this sign, I want it to be a pretty good size. It's actually going to go right above the door in my studio. Okay, so it's about 4 foot wide, the space that I need. These are actually cut, I believe, at 3 feet. Yep, about 3 feet. And I have about a foot of space to work with on the height. So we are going to take 2 of these, and we are actually going to cut them down. So I have my speed square. Okay, so we're going to mark it at 1 foot, and then we are going to use the speed square. And I don't want it exactly 1 foot because I don't want to go piece to piece. So I'm just going to back up a little bit from where I made my mark, and then I'm going to make a mark there. Now, one of the things that I like to do what's called stack cutting. So when I'm cutting 2 pieces that I need to be exact the same, I'm actually going to stack them on the chop saw. So we are going to take it right on over, and we are going to cut it down. Alright, so we are over here. We are going to get this cut down. So one of the things I like to do is I'm just going to line them up together. So I'm going to test and see where my line is at. About right there is where my blade hits it. My hands are away from the trigger. So about right there is where I want to do it. So I'm going to make sure they're lined up. Keep my hands clear of the blade. Okay, so we've got our pieces. Let's go ahead and go back and go to the next step. Okay, we are going to be doing just a straight edge. I'm not going to be doing any angles today. I just don't have time to do them. One of the reasons I like barnwood signs is because you can just do the square edge, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to get this laid out. Now, always look at the grains of your wood to see which ones you want to have come up. I really like the definition and the difference in these grains of the wood. So we're going to go there, and then here. And so this is going to be the build of our sign. Alright, it looks like these pieces are not the same size. Oh, they are. There we go. Alright, so we are going to square everything up. So the next step is we are going to want to stain this. We're going to sand it down a little bit. I'm just going to hand sand it. Okay, so I have a piece of just a 150 sandpaper here, and I'm just going to give this a light sand down. Alright, so I've got that sanded down. I am going to go ahead and do a couple of things off camera. I'm going to clean this up with alcohol and get the stain and everything set up ready to go. There's quite a few dark clouds rolling in behind the camera, and so I'm going to have to move this along so we can get this video done before it starts raining on me. So I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, everybody, I'm sorry, I apologize. We are back. The camera shut off on my phone, and so we have everything stained. The only thing that y'all have missed is me gluing it together. So I have put just little dabs of this Gorilla wood glue on each corner, and I just put them together. Now what I also have done is this is going to be the backing. This was actually just a large piece of its underlying board. It's just 1/4 inch, really thin, lightweight. So it's going to be good for your sign because it's going to keep the sign to be really lightweight so it can be hung in other areas other than just where there's a stud. We used this DecoArt Vintage Effects wash on it. All we did was, I did all of this and not knowing the camera wasn't working. We brushed on an original coat with just a foam brush, and then we went back and we chased it with a rag. So we put some on the rag and we just brushed it on there to give us this effect. We are going to do one more coat on here of it, so we can actually go ahead and do that while this dries. And this won't take very long to dry. Alright, this is actually the first time I'm using this stuff from DecoArt. Alright, so now that we've got that on, we are going to let that dry for a few minutes, and then we are going to come back and put everything together. Okay, so that's as long as we're going to be able to let them dry for right now, so we're going to go ahead and put this together. We are going to be using 3/4 inch screws today. So I've got my screws. Alright. So I have my screws in my pocket that are dust free because of the lovely flaps. And we are going to go ahead and get this put together. This glue is still not that dry, but with the humidity and stuff like that, it's going to take a while for it to dry, unfortunately, and I don't have that time to wait because we got to get this done. So we are going to go ahead and put this on. So we're just going to lay this, the painted side down, of course. We're just going to lay it on the back here. Make sure that everything is covered up. All right. Alright, and that's it. Very, very rustic looking country sign that we have. We are going to let this finish drying now that we are done with this part. I'm going to touch up these stain spots right here. Just going to do a little touch up here. There we go. Alright, and that is it. We are all done out here. We are going to take this inside. Once it's all dried and we're not waiting on the weather to crash down around us, we're going to take this inside and then we're going to put our vinyl on and do the finishing touches. All right, again, I want to give a big shout out to Texas Canvas Wares for these wonderful waxed canvas aprons. And here is some more information about them.
Texas Canvas Wares set out to create a high-quality, no-nonsense apron. The apron is handcrafted of 16-ounce canvas and steel. The custom-dyed canvas is then infused with wax to bind the cotton fibers together, making it water-resistant without adding any additional weight. The apron includes 2 chest pockets and 2 tool pockets. Everything is meticulously hand-sewn, and the steel rivets and grommets reinforce the necessary pressure points for increased durability. The crossback straps spread the weight across your shoulders instead of hanging over your neck. This apron is built to last. Go visit them online at texascanvaswares.com, and you can also find them on Amazon. Just search Texas Canvas Wares.
All right, all of the links are down in the description. Let's go ahead and go inside the studio, get all this stuff put away before this rain starts, and we will put the finishing touches on our board. See you soon.
We are inside of the studio, and we are going to get the vinyl put on our barnwood frame. So this is going to be the vinyl we're going to put on here. I have my little lines on here so I know how to line it all up. Okay, we are done. Everything is completed. That just goes to show you that sometimes vinyls just can be really, really difficult to get off. This is actually sticky, but the vinyl just did not want to stick. I think there's just too much humidity in the air. So you just have to take your time, work with it, go one letter at a time. And this is the completed product. I'm just going to put some sawtooth hangers on it and hang it above my office door, or the studio door. All right, if anybody has any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. Again, I want to have a big thank you to Texas Canvas Wares for their waxed canvas aprons. Go check them out on Amazon. Go check out their website, texascanvaswares.com, and order one. I know you're going to like it. I really enjoy them, and I actually have the one for, I have a fly in here. I have one that I use for outside, and then the brown one is actually going to be used here in the studio whenever I'm painting and all that kind of stuff, especially if I don't want to get stuff on my clothes. So go check them out, texascanvaswares.com, or just go look for them on Amazon. Just search for Texas Canvas Wares, and just make sure that it says Texas Canvas Wares whenever you go to order your apron. Also in the description, again, all of the materials used, as well as links to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. There's also the link to my website. Go check that out. Go follow me on all those social media channels. And there's also a link at the bottom if you'd like to help sponsor my channel. I hope y'all enjoyed this. We will be doing some more stuff very, very soon. And as always, God bless.